The Saturday morning synthesis, the neurobiology of the perfect breakfast. The transition from the frantic rhythm of the work week to the expansive quiet of a Saturday morning is more than a change in schedule. It is a physiological shift. When the alarm clock remains silent and the morning is unhurried, the brain exits a state of chronic cortisol-driven vigilance and enters a state of hedonic receptivity. The craving for a meal composed of fried bacon, eggs, bread, tomato, and mayonnaise, complemented by sweetened coffee, is not a random act of hunger. Rather, it is a sophisticated neurochemical negotiation between the body's nutritional needs and the brain's reward circuitry. The dopaminergic drive of anticipation cravings begin long before the pan hits the stove. The primary architect of this experience is dopamine, a neurotransmitter often misunderstood as the molecule of pleasure, but which is more accurately the molecule of anticipation and pursuit. On a relaxed Saturday, the brain's ventral tegmental area, VTA, signals the release of dopamine in response to the cues of the weekend. The scent of rendered bacon fat triggers a primal response. Through the Maillard reaction, the chemical reaction between amino acids and reducing sugars that gives browned food its distinctive flavor, aromatic compounds are released that the brain associates with high caloric density. Dopamine creates the itch that can only be scratched by the act of cooking and consuming, transforming a simple meal into a mission of biological reward. The synergy of the big three: salt, sugar, and fat. The specific combination of ingredients in this meal targets the brain's opioid system. While dopamine drives the seeking of the food, endogenous opioids, endorphins, are released during the consumption of fats and salts, providing the subjective experience of liking or satisfaction. 1. Fat and texture. The mayonnaise and bacon provide a high lipid content. Evolutionarily, the human brain is wired to prioritize fats as a survival mechanism. This mouthfeel triggers the release of signaling molecules in the gut that communicate directly with the hypothalamus to signal satiety and intense pleasure. 2. The carbohydrate serotonin connection. The fried bread and the sugar in the coffee provide a rapid glucose spike. This spike triggers insulin, which facilitates the transport of the amino acid tryptophan across the blood-brain barrier. Tryptophan is the precursor to serotonin, the neurotransmitter of well-being and contentment. This is why comfort foods almost always include a starch or sugar component. 3. The choline factor. Eggs are one of nature's best sources of choline, a precursor to acetylcholine. This neurotransmitter is vital for cognitive function and the regulation of the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system that dominates a lazy Saturday. The role of context and chemistry. The inclusion of medication in coffee adds a final layer to this chemical tapestry. Caffeine acts as an adenosine receptor antagonist, preventing the sleepiness signal from reaching the brain while simultaneously boosting the sensitivity of dopamine receptors. This makes the pleasure of the meal feel more acute and focused. Furthermore, many medications can create subtle metabolic shifts. For instance, certain compounds can slightly deplete sodium or alter blood glucose, which the brain interprets as a specific craving for salt, bacon, or energy-dense carbohydrates, bread. A Saturday morning craving is the brain's way of celebrating the absence of stress. By combining the crunch of fried bread, the savory depth of eggs and bacon, and the acidic brightness of tomato, you are essentially performing a neurological reset. The meal serves as a chemical reward for surviving the week's stressors, utilizing a complex symphony of dopamine, serotonin, and opioids to anchor the body in a state of relaxed satisfaction. It is not merely a sandwich, it is a biochemical victory lap.
The alarm clock is silent, a ghost on the shelf. I'm finally keeping my time for myself. The curtains are heavy, The sunlight is low, I got nowhere to hurry and nowhere to go. Last night was a mountain, a long week of climb, but today I am swimming in Saturday time. Oh, give me that sizzle, that salt and the crunch. I'm skipping the fruit and I'm waiting for lunch. It's a dopamine dance in a cast iron pan, doing the best for my soul that I can. With the milk and the sugar and the coffee so deep, waking the senses that stayed fast asleep. Meets the butter, the gold meets the white. The bacon is curling just perfectly right. A slice of tomato to cut through the heat, and a dollop of mayo to make it complete. It's more than a hunger, it's more than a meal. It's the chemistry of how a weekend should feel. Water and a pill, just to keep it all steady. When the serotonin's high, then I know that I'm ready. My brain's setting reset, the static is gone. In the steam of the kitchen and the hush of the dawn. That salt and the crunch. I'm skipping the fruit and I'm waiting for lunch. It's a dopamine dance in a cast iron pan, doing the best for my soul that I can. With the milk and the sugar and the coffee so deep, waking the senses that stay fast asleep. No rush on the water, no race in the mind, just the salt and the savory, the gentle and kind, stacked up on a plate, a Saturday prize. Before I close my eyes and just